Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I'm about to upload a new video. In this video, we're gonna talk about how you shop for your first vegan grocery shopping, and it's episode 7 of Vegan and Fit series. So we're gonna talk with Kat, which is a vegan nutritionist, and share all the tips and tricks that can help you when you're starting to transition to a vegan lifestyle and a plant-based nutrition. So you make sure you're watching. I'll see you in the end of the video. Enjoy. This time. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
You good? Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Yes.
It's working
Fine.
this time.
We made it. So happy to have you in this episode. Thank you so much for joining me. And yes, so of course last week we had some technical problem, but this time we are successful and we can do this live. So we're gonna dive in about how you can start as a vegan beginner and go your grocery shopping, so you can share with us all the tips and tricks for newbie in the vegan world. So if you want to present yourself to our followers, and then we will start with all the questions.
Hello everyone. My name is Kat. I'm a personal trainer and vegan nutritionist. I've been vegan since 3 years, and I enjoy vegan life to the max. And you will too if you are interested to start your journey yourself.
Amazing. So you are a nutritionist yourself, yes?
Yes.
Amazing. So, sorry?
Yes, plant-based nutritionist, only for the vegan meals.
Amazing. So you are definitely the perfect person to talk all about this subject. So there's so many people that sometimes want to step into veganism in general. They don't know where to start, right? They just become overwhelming about what I need to swap first, what I need to do first. So we're going to dive in about all the questions that new person approaching this lifestyle might have. So let's start to say of someone that wants to finally transition to vegan lifestyle, where to start in grocery shopping. So what they need to think first, what they need to look for.
So first, the most important is they need to have a schedule, more or less what they're gonna eat coming week. So, for example, I will prepare my schedule that for my breakfast it will be 3 days oatmeal, 3 days sandwiches, toast, anything. So I need to write down what I'm gonna need. For example, for my toast I will need avocados. For my soups I will need broccoli, potatoes. So we have to create in our mind what we're gonna eat. If we don't know how, then we go to ask a specialist for the exact meal plan. And then we're gonna see what we're gonna need and how many pieces. So for example, if for this week my snacks are fruits, I need to see, for example, Monday I will eat bananas, Tuesday I will eat mangoes, etc. So for example, I will need for this week 2 bananas, 2 mangoes, 2 kiwis, etc. So we need to know what we're gonna eat upcoming week. That's the first thing. Then we're gonna write it down, and then we're gonna go to the supermarket. The best is to write it down by sections. For example, I do it for myself and for my clients. I start from the fruits and vegetables. Then I go section by section. For example, the next I'm going to nut section, seeds, grains, starches, etc. So it's easier because we don't have to go like we open the list and then we go here for one fruit, here for rice, here for something else. We have everything organized, so it's quick and it doesn't take too much time. So that's the best solution. And for the choice of the products. For the fruits and vegetables, if available, it's better to go to the local market because it's usually more fresh, local, and cheaper. If it's not possible, then okay, we go to supermarket and we choose some fresh fruit and vegetables. It's better to avoid pre-packed in plastics.
Yeah.
From, like, for example, products that coming from far away, from another continent, because it's not fresh as a local fruit and vegetables. So for the healthy vegan diet, it's better to focus on not processed foods. So, for example, the recipe that we create, it's better to make it by ourselves than buy ready. So, for example, I try to use only fresh ingredients without labels. So, for example, I want to eat a vegan burger, so I will use oats, beans, onions to make it. I process it, and then I create my own patty instead of buying ready one, processed, and it's usually very expensive because people are scared of this diet because they want to eat food that they like, but they don't know how to make it. And then on the other hand, they cannot afford it because as vegans, it's less in the world. So our food that is like vegan cheese, vegan burgers, sausages, mayo, etc., it's very expensive. But we need only Google to enter, like, for example, mayo recipe, and then it will be just 3 simple ingredients that you mix and you have it instead of buying it ready. So we can make everything from the fresh and cheap ingredients. That's what I make, and that's what I make for my clients. My meal plans I don't include anything ready. Everything it's recipe to make it on your own with fresh and cheap ingredients. So,
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. So of course there's so much to go through. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
So what we need is guidance. If we don't know what to buy, we just need to read somewhere or ask someone what to buy, how, and it's actually easier, faster, and cheaper than, for example, on another diet that people used to be before. So, for example, what I see, what we need is, for example, if we need quinoa, rice, beans, and this nuts and this kind of stuff, we buy it once, and it's usually lasts maybe 2 months in our pantry. So when I go first grocery shopping, I buy everything. Of course, it's a lot of things, but these things last months. And what I go the next week, I buy only fruits and vegetables because the rest of the I already have. Because what we eat a lot of lentils, a lot of chickpeas, any kind of rice. These things you don't use a huge quantity, so it lasts really, really long time. So first grocery shopping, you buy everything, and when you go the next week, you just go to vegetables and fruit section. So it's really, really easy.
Yeah, I think it's easier than people think, but you know, anything that is new, sometimes we just feel overwhelmed. So it's quite understanding that someone that wants to change something big, which is the way we eat, because it's something that we do every day, we need to do it, they feel a bit overwhelmed. But of course, it depends why someone will, you know, transition to veganism or plant-based diet in general. So do you think if we're talking about being healthy, it doesn't matter if it is raw food or we can still implement some let's say, junk food in our diet and still being healthy? How important it is?
Yes, so we should eat only whole foods because this is the healthy vegan food.
Mm-hmm.
As the name of other part says, vegan junk, it's also junk food. So what it doesn't have cholesterol, because cholesterol comes only from animals and animal products, but it has other things that are not good for our health. So for example, if we buy vegan cheese or burger or anything processed, it usually has a lot of ingredients, a lot of saturated fats, and a lot of calories. So it's still unhealthy. It's maybe less unhealthy than other things like animal
Mm-hmm.
products, but
Yeah.
it's still healthy. So when we go vegan for specifically for our health, we should avoid processed foods and focus only on whole foods like fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, and seeds.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, we always should avoid processed food, even if we're not vegan anyway.
Yeah.
But more important if we are vegan, just because as being plant-based, we have more option to eat clean, right? Because you do find, but you won't find too much of a plant-based food in a omnivore diet, because maybe they don't have that much vegetable, that much fruit, which we do have. So we're already better off, right? So if we can
Yes.
make that even more by choosing well food, that would be great. So talking about carbs in a vegan diet, what do you think is the best option for us to choose? And what you would like to say to people that they're actually scared that, of course, plant-based diet has a really high carb content in the diet?
So first thing, it's it's not correct that people are afraid of carbs, because it's a myth. People, when you say carbs, they think about processed and junk food. Yes, that food is high in carbs, but it's processed carbs. It's not healthy carbs, and it contains a lot of fat, and most of the diseases come from fat. So carbs are not bad. I eat myself 90% of my diet is carbs, and I'm having a lot of energy. I'm still fit, still alive. So don't be afraid of carbs, but choose the right ones. So um, for example, quinoa, everything whole wheat pasta, or you have a lot of choices now: gluten-free pasta,
Right.
rice pasta, corn. It's made of anything. Quinoa, um, brown rice. Just avoid carbs like white rice, because it's also processed. So everything what has in a name whole, like for example whole wheat flour, so everything whole grain rice, which is brown rice, these
Right.
products you should buy. And products like for example just rice or just white flour, you should avoid, because these carbs don't have a lot of vitamins and minerals.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? Potatoes you
Yeah.
can use as a source of carbs, and of course vegetables and fruits. So vegetables and fruits are the best, the highest quality carbs, of course. It contains a lot of vitamins, a lot of minerals, everything what we need, and we shouldn't be scared of it, because as we know, people try all the time to be in a low carb or no carb diet,
Yeah.
but they don't
Yeah.
last, because this is temporary thing. Our diet shouldn't be temporary. It should be a lifestyle. We should maintain it forever, not for 2 weeks, because it's
Absolutely.
just,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense. So we shouldn't be afraid of carbs. We should eat healthy fats, carbs, and protein, because our body needs all of macronutrients, not only protein or only fats just to quickly lose weight, but then we don't get any vitamins, minerals, and we get sick. So it's just never-ending story. Or we are thin and we lose weight and we are sick, or we are not losing weight and we are not sick. We have to just if we don't know how to do it, we should ask someone who knows, or read about it, or go to an expert in that case. Yeah. But definitely shouldn't be afraid of carbs. We just have to choose the right ones.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I always hear, even from my client, oh, I would like the keto diet, I would like to try this, and I'm like, why there is this stereotype of carbs being the enemy, which is the opposite. If I'm thinking myself that I'm doing strength training nearly every day and being in no carbs, I couldn't do that. I mean, everything will, you know, will be like low in mood, no sleep, you know, you will feel, yeah, not great, I would say. And what's the point? I mean, if you can still losing weight and still being healthy on a balanced macro diet, because that's the point, being in a balance. Our body needs that. So yeah, definitely. And it's something that I always push because, like I said, I mean, we always see this low carb, and it's something that is so upsetting for us, for people that do our job, because if only people will know there is a calorie deficit that they all need for losing weight, things that will be less complicated, right? So yeah, thank you for saying that. So let's talk about protein. Oh my God, how many questions we have about protein for us being vegan? Loads, right? So. Yeah, loads.
Yes.
I mean, it's everywhere. The first thing, if you tell someone you're vegan, where is your protein coming from? So we all know that, right? So for someone that don't know, so let's talk with someone that doesn't know yet. What's the best protein, vegan protein source? And of course, can you still reach your protein intake through the day that you actually need through a vegan diet? We all know the answer, but for the newbies.
So let's start from the beginning. I will explain how much actually protein do we need for our body. So this is a big misunderstanding because of the media advertising, and everyone wants to sell everything. Okay, protein, everyone knows that protein is good for your body, but because all of these companies that they try to, high in protein, people understood this as we need a lot, like we need unlimited. So it's not true. Healthy intake of protein, its average is maximum 1 gram per body kilogram. So for example, a lot of studies shows that average woman needs like 30 to 40 grams protein a day, and average men 40 grams, and they will be totally fine. I tested it on myself long time ago. I eat 50 grams of protein a day, and I'm also a trainer, so I exercise every day. I do strength workout as well. I have a lot of muscles. So after 3 years of doing that, sometimes I go even on the scale and I gained muscles. Not even, I didn't lose anything. And I eat just 40, 50 grams protein a day. And usually people, they just exaggerate and eat like 300 grams, 200 grams, 300 grams a day, which is, there is no need for that. So first of all, we don't need that much protein. And second of all, hello Afra, love you too. Okay, so we don't need...
But yeah, there's loads. We'll see in the end.
We don't need that much protein, and to get what we need, it's really, really easy. What we need, it's one of the days that I didn't eat any tofu, any beans, any quinoa, chickpeas, anything. And I ate just fruits and vegetables, and I reached my level of proteins. So if I eat like what sources of protein in vegan diet are seitan, tofu, tempeh, beans, lentils, chickpeas, quinoa. Of course, fruits and vegetables also have protein, some less quantity, but still, which,
Yeah.
for example, if I eat beans one day for one meal, I even eat more than I need. So, it's really impossible to have protein deficiency. I've never heard anyone who had protein deficiency because it's
Yeah.
almost impossible. Only people that they starve and they don't have food and they don't eat. Of course, they don't eat anything, so they have deficiency of everything.
All
But
right. Yeah.
normal person that eats healthy and even on vegan diet, it will never happen to have to lose muscles or to have protein deficiency. Um, and also too much protein, it's not healthy for our body. It's heavy on our kidneys, on our liver, and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So it causes heart diseases, and really we should avoid to exceed the protein. So we should rather focus not to exceed it than uh, to be deficient, to be afraid
Yeah.
of being deficient.
Yeah, I mean, if all this information that will be out there from, I would say, more fitness people, right? Because of course, nutritionists and dietitian, and of course, everyone in this kind of, sector, we always say all this stuff, but sometimes when we are just coaches and fitness training, sometimes all this information they're not put it out there as they should be, because of course, like you said, someone just want to sell and it's all about protein, like protein powder, protein shake. We all know about all this stuff. So sometimes we definitely need to stop and listen to a professional like yourself and see that it's actually easier, and things that we not even like think of taking into consideration is what actually we need to take consideration, because what we lack, so like the protein, right? Everybody's saying about lacking protein, and it's the one that I think, since I swap on plant-based diet, is the opposite. I have no problem at all reaching my protein. Like it was the opposite before, like when I was eating animal products. Then I had to really think about what I should eat to reach the protein. And now it's just easier, because if I put my vegetable and everything together on one meal, I have more than enough of my protein, even though, like you
Yeah.
said, we are a trainer, right? So yes. So if people, of course, they're starting to transition and they think we're gonna have a lot of raw food, they usually like beans, chickpeas, all this stuff. Sometimes people, they're thinking about the fiber content, so they're like feeling a bit uncomfortable, like bloating in the beginning, or all this stuff, right? So what advice you will give to people that they are just scared to start to eat all this raw food because they're gonna feel discomfort?
Yes, so first of all, yes, sometimes it happens that at the beginning people are bloated. There is two reasons for that. First one is because the body is adapting to the new lifestyle and the high quantity of the fiber. And second of all, fiber dissolves in water, so we need to drink a lot of water to let this fiber dissolve. People usually don't drink enough of water and also don't
Mm-hmm.
eat enough of fiber. So once they start eating a lot of fiber and still not drinking a lot of water, then the problem appears. So the truth is like 90% of population don't eat even 50% of fiber that they need.
So
So
true.
once they start being plant-based, it's for me, for example, when I count how much fiber daily I will eat, I might reach even 300, 400% of what I need. So
Yeah.
I drink a lot of water, like 3.5, 4 liters of water. Also, I work out, so I need more. And yes, and they need to let the body adapt to the new life, new diet. So just wait, drink a lot of water, and the problem should disappear.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, great tips. I think people, they always underrate water consumption I think in every sector that
Yes.
we think. I mean, we need water for everything, right? So, especially when we make a change in our body. Doesn't mean that it needs to be like a plant-based diet, but any change that we make in our body, we do need, like, yeah, I mean, water is everything, right? So, like I said, like, I was thinking the other day that there was people that was telling me just about that they had bad experience with the plant-based diet when they transition, and they just stopped because they felt it was too heavy, too bloated, and they just stopped. And so yeah, I mean, just little tips and tricks that they can help them. If they just research or they just go to a professional, they can resolve that without a problem. And it's always about the why, because if you have a stronger why, we all know that we can overcome everything, right? So yeah, definitely. Yeah. So let's talk about fat sources in a plant-based diet. What's the best and healthier fat sources?
Okay, so for the fat sources, we should avoid the oils. Usually people think that they need to use a lot of olive oil because it's so healthy. The thing about the olive oil is there is nothing in the olive oil besides like two vitamins like vitamin E that to get some amount of it we will need to drink whole bottle the same day. So it's a lot of calories. It's a lot of usually people they don't want to gain weight, but if you use a lot of olive oil or coconut oil, then it has so much calories that we could gain weight from it. So I rather recommend to use sources like avocado, nuts, flax seeds, chia seeds. All of this are superfoods which contains a lot of vitamins, a lot of minerals, also a lot of protein besides
Yeah.
fats. So I rather go for something that has also protein, healthy fats, lots of vitamins, minerals, because oils, they contain just pure fats. So pure fat with any other benefits, it's not, yeah, it's not good for us, and it has a lot of calories. So rather.
Oops. You can see. Oh, hello. Beautiful.
Want to be famous? Okay.
Oh,
So.
what's his name? What's his name or her name?
So, yeah. So rather than oils,
Yeah.
for example, when we make salad and we can make dressing from olive oil, but we can also make dressing from avocado, for example,
Right.
which is, in my opinion, more tasty and has more benefits. But I don't say like if you like it, you don't cut it totally 100% to be so strict. No, you can use some 1-2 spoons of olive oil for your salad dressing if you like. It's not forbidden. My point is just not to exaggerate with the quantity because it's
Right.
also healthy. When we keep high carb diet, the fats should be low. So to keep low fats, we need to avoid oils.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
nuts only raw. Try to avoid salted, roasted,
Hmm.
etc. Nuts.
Yeah.
Just everything raw,
Yeah.
and then it will be more healthy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I do use some oil just because I don't like avocado, so I try to implement. Yeah, I know. Everybody's telling me, "What do you mean you don't like avocado?" Yeah, I don't, and so
God, nice. Okay.
I really tried even before I went vegan and after, and I don't know, it's just something that I just don't like. You know, we kind of like anything. So yeah, so I do implement some extra virgin olive oil, and yeah, I do like with nuts, seeds, and all the other stuff. But yeah, because it's so easy to add calories, right? Like liquids,
Yeah.
sauces, and all that. It's so easy. We don't even realize that they're really high in calorie. So yeah. So let's see. Yeah, many people was asking me and the question as well about the labels. So when we go in a grocery shopping, we need to look for labels, right? And sometimes there's hidden ingredients that they're not vegan. So what we need to look for, apart from, of course, if it says vegan or not, there's anything else that we can look for to avoid purchasing products that are not vegan?
Yes. So this is a big problem for many people because they don't understand how to read labels, and I had a lot of cases that people come to me, look, I have this snack, I bought it for you, and for me it's vegan. And as my habit, I always read what's behind.
Yeah, me too.
So so usually there is two things that are in as in the ingredients. It will be probably milk powder or eggs. So for example, if let's say there is a bread, and people say bread is vegan, right? So I bought bread, but some breads have added milk powder or eggs. So to
Hmm.
avoid this these traps, we need to just read, because for example, sometimes I want to buy like dark chocolate,
Hmm.
which uh, dark chocolate doesn't have milk, right? But then apparently there is 0.01%
Yeah.
of powder.
That's
So
crazy because I eat quite a bit of dark chocolate, and to find a good one, good quality, reasonable price, and everything else, it was crazy. Then I couldn't find one because they all said, "Oh, it may contain." It's always like, "Oh, maybe." So, oh, we're
you are,
here again. I don't know what's happened there.
I don't know, something disconnected.
I'm not sure, but we're okay. Can you hear me right? Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so what we were saying, I lost my thoughts.
The questions time.
It was for the label, right? We was talking about
For the
labels.
label, yeah. About the milk powder in the label,
Yeah,
on the labels, or eggs. It's many products. It's when you start reading the ingredients, it's many ingredients. It seems to be vegan, and then there is this small percentage of usually milk powder or eggs. Just we have to watch and be careful for these two things in the labels,
yeah,
or because some things, let's say frozen things, are in the vegan section in the supermarket,
yeah,
and it's actually vegetarian, and people don't read that it's written vegetarian, or for example, it says veggie burger, but it doesn't say if it's vegan or vegetarian. It's veggie. So we have to
yeah,
read and see what it contains,
yeah,
because usually it also contains cheese, milk, or eggs. Yeah,
yeah,
these three ingredients usually. That's why we have to read. So if we want to be like really 100% plant-based, we have to read the ingredients. It will take a little bit of time at the beginning, but later on we will get used to it. We're gonna do it automatically, and it's not it's not going to be a big deal. And we should choose the products without label or with the label, but for example 2 or 3 ingredients, because this usually is the healthiest choice. When something has no label or 1, 2, up to 3 ingredients, it's healthy. But if something has like 20 ingredients above, we already know that it's not a good choice.
Yeah, I always look for that. I remember in the beginning, because of course I've been researching, right? And everybody told me, and I've been reading, that you have to really be careful, because if you are a beginner, you don't know where to start, it would be so easy to just get all the frozen stuff, or like the all frozen vegan stuff, right? Burger or vegan chicken nuggets, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
So I have like a rule of having maximum 4 or 5 ingredients, and if it is more, I try to don't purchase. So of course I have some just in case of my, you know, freezer thing, so just in case.
Yes.
But I always try to opt for the one that they have less ingredients, right? But I do know people that they are vegan for ethical reason and not healthy reason. They don't really care about being healthy on a plant-based diet. So what you would like to say to them people? Because of course they made the right choice, right, by adopting a vegan lifestyle for all the reasons that we all know, right? But if someone, it doesn't really pay attention to their health in their diet, what you think is something that we can tell them to really stop and think, to change their behavior?
What can I say? If usually people they come for help when it's already too late, because we don't appreciate our health until we lose it.
So true.
So what I can say, we have to open our eyes and rather prevent than cure. Because me, for example, nothing bad happened to me. I didn't get sick and everything, but I learned and studied how I can end up. So I want to think about my future. I want to live long, look good, feel good, not to be sick. So I chose this lifestyle to prevent the diseases. So there is really a big percentage of people that they became vegan just because of health issues.
Yeah.
But what can I say? If we continue unhealthy lifestyle, sooner or later we will get sick. Some people get sick at 20s, some at 50s, some at 70s, but eventually healthy lifestyle leads to diseases, and it's unavoidable. There is no superhuman that can avoid it by unhealthy lifestyle and be completely fine all life. That's why we should prevent instead of looking for solution how to cure our diseases, because usually it will end up taking some medicines, which is also unhealthy for our body. So we should choose to prevent instead of wait and then regret. Yes,
definitely. So I'll just finish with some question that some of the followers ask, and then I'll leave you, right? So someone is asking if I need supplement on a vegan diet or lifestyle.
So if you eat enough protein from the whole food, you don't need it as I need it. I know how to count for myself how much I need, so I choose whole food to eat it, so I don't need to supplement.
Right.
If someone has a very busy lifestyle, or doesn't know how to cook, or doesn't have enough time to eat, then we can supplement with some vegan protein also that has the least ingredients as possible. So for example, I rather choose to cook my meal and eat it as a whole food instead of using the powder, because it's also processed. But if someone doesn't have any other choice, yeah, she supplement with the powder. Yeah. For example, if
Yeah,
someone works at the
definitely.
office, doesn't have enough time to cook, or doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have at the bar at work
Yeah,
any vegan choices, okay, it's fast solution to make just a protein shake. Yeah.
yeah, great.
But it's not
So,
necessarily. It's not
yeah,
necessary. It's just an option. It's
yeah.
just so
Convenient, right? It's just convenient
it's
sometimes.
convenient. Yeah, and it's a supplement, not a substitute. So
Yeah,
you shouldn't
right.
substitute real food with that.
True. Yeah,
Just
definitely.
an additional meal. Let's say once a week or twice a week, I will not have time to eat one of my 5 meals. Then I
Yeah.
will just grab the protein shake, for example. But not like some people eat like 5 times a day protein shake.
Mm.
It's not
Yeah,
good.
I have like one after my workout. I have my protein
Yeah,
shake, and I have just another supplement like in the morning, and then I have like vitamins and all. Yeah, vitamins. But as a proper protein powder, I have one in the morning and one post workout, and then I do it 6 times per day. So I'm still having plenty of raw food anyway. So yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
another
yeah.
question. Yeah, is soya bad for us?
No, it's not bad. It's also a myth. People say that soya has a lot of estrogens and some other hormones. It's not
Yeah.
true. It doesn't contain any hormones. And what contains hormones? It's, for example, animal products and animals. It has 1,000 times more hormones than soya, which soya doesn't have. So it's
Mm.
completely healthy. Nothing will happen to you. You can eat it every day, because all plant-based, even bodybuilders, they eat it every day, and they look good. They don't have any hormonal issues. So this is also not true about the soya.
Yeah, definitely. So, last question, but I'm not sure if it was for me or for you. The question is, what's your reason of going vegan? Yeah. Why
Yeah,
you
as I
went
said,
vegan?
yeah, my reason is to prevent the disease. First reason is to prevent the diseases and be more healthy. Second reason is for animals, of course, and for the environment.
Yeah, I mean, we cannot think a better word to express kindness, right?
Yeah.
Just, yeah, for everyone. So it's just amazing. Okay, so thank you so much for all this info. It was amazing. So if we haven't got any question in the here in the live, let's go through it just in case we have some, and then if not, we ended the live. I know we started a new live, so I know there was some question for the old
Yeah.
one, but we cannot see them, of course. So sorry about that, but I'm not sure if we have any here. I don't think so. They're just saying hi and everything else. So, okay, so thank you so much again. And it was so helpful for everyone, I'm sure. And yeah, so this episode will be on my YouTube channel, so you can all rewatch it there. If you want to, you can all rewatch my last episode as well. And yeah, so let's start to say bye. Oh, sorry, the connection went. Yeah. So yeah, I'll see you maybe in the next episode, because there's so many questions that I want to ask, but we haven't got enough time for those. And yeah, thank you so much again.
Thank you so much for watching, my friends. If you have any question, on if you want to ask anything about my coaching, you make sure you leave a comment below. You can email me, I will put email here, and please let me know if you did enjoy this episode. Let me know if you want us to talk about different topic, if you have any guests that you want to suggest me to have in this podcast. And thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.